As I said, after the dinner, the show, I've been busy online, posting reviews about the restaurant, sharing my experience of the show on social media channels, and posting photos. Now, all of this information is public, and I'm happy for companies to use this data as long as I get something in return. For example, if they use it to learn more about me, I get a more personalized experience as a result. But as a business, how do you harness this type of public information to piece together a more complete picture of an individual customer? StatSocial is using Watson to do just that. I'd like to show us how this works. I'd like to introduce Rob Floyd, Senior Vice President of StatSocial.
Thank you very much, Mike, and we're excited to be here. Introduce my colleague, John DeRico. StatSocial, we are a social data company, and what we do is we build consumer profiles from information that people are putting out there across the social web. We've partnered with IBM Watson to incorporate personality traits and personality insights into that consumer profile. And today, we're going to look at a retail example of how this additional information on an individual could be used for a retailer. So let's look at Anna. Anna is a customer of Bergman and Taylor. Bergman and Taylor knows Anna through her purchase history. They know she buys her business attire there. She likes Elie Tahari, Ralph Lauren. They've probably purchased some demographic data on her to understand information on her income, whether she owns or rents her house. But there's a whole lot of information that they don't know about Anna. And that's where StatSocial comes in. We look at what we call user-declared information. So these are things, your likes, your follows, @mentions, hashtags. We look at this across up to 60 networks on individuals. And we standardize this and normalize it into a consumer record. We have billions of interactions stored on people. And Anna happens to be very social. We use those interactions as raw material to feed into one of the APIs for Watson. And in doing so, it looks at the voice of the individual and it can pass back personality traits. We take that information and add it into the consumer profile. So how can we use this information and data? Well, a retailer now can understand more information about things that Anna purchases outside of their store by using email as a connector into that customer record, or a social identity if you're storing those. We can now know brands she likes, interests she has, people who influence her, all from her social footprint. And with IBM Watson, we now can understand her personality traits, needs, and values. For example, we know she's adventurous, she's altruistic. So we're going to talk about 3 use cases and how the retailer can use those. The first one would be in a direct email campaign. So knowing that Anna is adventurous and that she pins a lot on message boards, we can use that information to talk to her differently, perhaps change the subject line. We could use action words instead of passive words like buy or win for an adventurous personality type, which will get us higher open rates. The next example would be using a direct outreach through a mobile application. She's downloaded our mobile app, and through our data, we can understand that she's got an affinity for products that she doesn't purchase from us. For example, Fendi. We know this because she follows them on Instagram. So through the mobile app, we can make an outreach to Anna when we're having a Fendi trunk show at a store near her. And as Mike mentioned, we now have a meaningful, relevant invitation to her on a brand that she already shows an affinity for. This will lead to higher conversion rates, we believe. And lastly, in the theme of Internet of Things, while she's in the store, we can actually make an offer to Anna. Knowing that her personality type is altruistic and that she does have an affinity for Ralph Lauren, We can make an offer maybe right to her Apple Watch during her shopping experience and say, Anna, make a purchase of Ralph Lauren today and we'll donate 5% to the Nature Conservancy in your name. All of this using information and appending public social data to help drive and increase sales for Bergman and Taylor. So if your organization is thinking about this or looking to do this, we've already manufactured over 650 million such identities. Mass scale of information. Please stop by and see us at the IBM Watson booth, or you can rerun this demo yourself by visiting statsocial.us. Thanks, Mike, and I'll turn it back over to you now.
Thanks, Rob.